Yeah, like.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, I'm ready. Go.
Namaste, good afternoon, and welcome to the Bloom 292 talk show. Yes, my dear friends, over the past 292 weeks, we have been consistent. Every Sunday, we bring in a speaker. We bring in different people from different genres, from different countries to share their experiences, share their subject niche. My name is Payal Irani. I'm the founder and CEO of Bloom, along with my two other co-founders, Mr. Deepak Khemani and Mr. Abhijit Sinsgari, who is also a co-host today, will be joining us shortly. We have a very dynamic personality today, and I have been reading his bio and profile, and it's a long list. And please welcome Sathish Sampath. Welcome, Satish ji, on the Bloom Talk Show.
Thank you, Bayalji. Thank you very much. And hello to everybody who's live and who's also going to see this recording.
Yes. So I have a long list of profiles. So instead of me introducing you, what I would do is, Satish, I would like to ask you and request you to please introduce yourself and tell us why you do what you do.
Okay. Satish Sampath. I am a behavioral psychology researcher. I'm a psychologist by profession, qualification, and practice. I'm a hypnotherapist. And I also have my version with regards to commercial business also. I run a couple of companies. Uh, why I do what I do? I always have a curiosity of decision making, especially how a human makes a decision. And every single day, we act as if we are reborn. Like there is no continuity of we always call that, our inner body is like an engine, is like a machine, but we are not like a machine. Every single day, our activities vary, our decision making varies, everything varies. So that curiosity is always there. And failure is almost everybody's basement for the curiosity. Like I have seen tons and tons and tons and tons of failures, which probably makes my curiosity more. So that's how, like I started falling in love with this mind and body and brain. And that's the only aspect, because this is one which is not black, which is not white. It is always a gray area. And I like that gray area. I like the suspense.
Thank you for sharing, Satish. How did a MBA marketing go into a mental wellness space?
Actually, not exactly marketing. Like my uh, curiosity is always into how I can derive what I want from you.
Mhm.
Okay. Uh, Not in a way of intrusive, not in a way of forced, but if I can understand what you really want, okay, instead of just going and telling 10 sentences to make you buy a product or probably make you interest in me, can I make it as one sentence or two sentence? If I do the calculations before, I kind of feel that this two sentences is enough for you, for me to make you buy my product or make you like. And over a period of time, now I have come to a level that I believe that we don't even need to have that one or two sentence also. So I will be able to map your mind. I will be able to map your buying pattern and decision making. So instead of me selling, you will automatically come and buy.
So they say that 24 hours something, if you speak to your customer, so it stays there in their mind for 24 to 48 hours. And after that, it goes away. So selling is important. And also today's topic is shape of human mind. I'll come shortly on that. But you are a member of also FRSPH. What's the society? Tell us more
Okay.
about it.
Okay. It's a Royal Society for Public Health. It is not based on any qualification or something. It is actually a honorary title given for the contribution towards specific activities with regards to public health. And my contribution is towards SDG 3, which is Sustainability Development Goal of United Nations 3, which is mental wellness. Okay, so over almost like 1.5 decades, like I'm part of this mental wellness scheme. It's almost like, we have given mindfulness training, we have given guided meditation training, we have given, free camps and all those things. Like they have set of guidelines. Like if you have done like X amount of people in X amount of country, and then, like if you have actually done X amount of charity work without commercial aspects of it, then you qualify for that. This is almost like, the king's order. It's not like somebody is giving the title itself is will
Mm.
say that, like by this virtue the king so and so, like gives you that. It's just a honor based on the work and the impact that we have given in a specific public health space.
That's very interesting, Satish.
Thank you.
So, your topic for today is a shape of human mind. How can one shape the human mind?
Okay, the first thing first, before we go get into the topic, uh, or everybody present here and everybody actually seeing this video, take your brain, keep it out. Okay, for a second, don't think logically. Okay, let's think like a crazy person. Okay, because everybody knows that human mind is not a physical organ. Okay, and now we are going to assume that it is a physical organ. Okay, so all your logics and all your, like, oh, why should it be a physical? Don't force your brain towards logic. Okay, I will make this a very important conclusion later. Why should we go crazy and creative so that we can derive something very, 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 very useful? Very useful, Payalji. Okay. And I really hope that, like this particular activity, what we have done right now, gets the approval, because we have, for all the audience here, this particular paper I just submitted on Saturday. Okay, and I landed back in India this morning and straight came into the call. So the medical community has actually, the conference is still not over. So which means that the medical community or the psychology community will start reacting from Monday on this. This is basically a new conceptualization which does not have any logic, but will have a lot of use. Okay. We are assuming that a mind is a physical organ. Okay. And now we are going to create the shape of it, because one thing which is a gray area all these years is a mind. A lot of people has cracked the logic for brain. Lot of people have cracked the logic for every single activity of our human body. Still, there are people who does not even accept the concept of mind. Okay, we
Mm.
still have people. Okay, so but we have time again and again and again we have proved, the even the medical community has accepted and proved that brain is not the decision maker. Okay, it's not the solo point of decision making. There is something else which is actually supporting the brain in every single activity. Okay, and that is what we are all talking about, mind. And there is another school of thought, there is another alternative science, like, therapy, healing, energy, manifestation, meditation. Okay, there is a huge field which we have all have realized there is a positive impact, but we are not able to explain it how. Okay, we are able to explain it at the outer space level, but we are not able to explain it at an inner level, because we don't have a prototype, okay, in which we can apply our formula and find out what it is. We are all thinking mind is like a air, it is nowhere. That is where the subjectivity comes in. Okay, let's say this is mind, it's a physical structure.
Mm.
Okay, so which means if I say this is a physical structure, then it opens up a whole new world where everybody can come and do research on it. Everybody can actually say what is the impact on it, what are all the layers in the mind, and etc. So, did I crack the entire code myself? No. There is already research which was there. There was a model which was undisputed for decades. Okay, but the dynamism of mind was not that much researched earlier. But now, because of wider discoveries like aura meter, Rife frequency meter, PEMF, EMF, EEGs, fMRIs, we are able to actually see the radiations now, like, so which means that, like earlier, which was used to be only a hypothesis, is all really, really live right now. Okay. So now that gave me an opportunity to go crazy. Okay. And then can I share my screen if it's possible?
Yes, please go ahead.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes,
Okay. So is my screen clear?
yes.
Okay. So that is when, Payalji, like I started understanding that we all have the end realization, means like all our coaching formulas, all our counseling formulas, it's all reiterative enforcement model. Like we say that if you want to become a good leader, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Based on what? Outcomes. Okay.
Mm,
If you are stressed, if you want to come out of this, then what is the process? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 based on outcomes. Okay. So there is a stimulus which goes inside, and there is a response which comes inside. Either we talk about the stimulus or we talk about only the response. Okay. And now, as I said, the crazy part, there is a middle point in this. Okay. There is a point which nobody else talks. And that's the point which I took 13 years back. Okay. There is a space where before the response and after the stimulus, something is happening inside us. Something is happening inside us. And that silent zone actually determines your character, determines your attitude, determines your response. And it also determines whether you're a good person, bad person, like this, that. You name it, it's all outcome based, response based. Okay. There are n number of studies in stimulus, there are n number of studies in responses. Okay, outcomes, but there is absolutely no study which goes inside between this. Okay.
mm,
And if I have to touch that, okay, now I have to tell something about Project Mesma. Mesma is a company which I actually founded. Mesma meaning itself is mindfulness enabled supreme mind activation. We believe, our tagline is mind supremacy. We believe that mind is the one which is actually controlling every single activities, okay, at the same point in time, without its existence. Okay. So that's when this is the old model of mind. It's not me who got crazy first, somebody else got crazy first, and this is called as FAM, which is called folded attractor model. We all have a inclination saying that, even in your marketing biology, we say that attention. Okay. Everything starts with attraction. Okay.
yes.
That is how we have pursued our inputs. Okay. Whether we want to dress good, whether we want to, sing well, whether it is, we say that first impression is the best impression. Okay. And then, like we say that, the minute somebody's face is the index of mind. All these conclusions are based on an existing system saying that there is a response and there is an out there is a stimulus and there is a response. There is no gray area. I call it as shunya, the 0 point. Okay. I am interested only in that 0 point. Okay.
Mm,
So this model is undisputed for decades.
mm,
Okay. until this crazy guy came. Okay. So the point, my concern with this particular model or this particular previous this thing is, I believe that, and I have ample evidence that mind actually is a evolving body, and mind actually transform every single millisecond or nanoseconds or however it is. Yet there is a grounding all through. If you actually look at the structure biology, that is why the shape is important. Like probably some may come and dispute the shape is not that it is elliptical or whatever, but in this particular shape, if you actually see, the groundness is not there. Okay, the variation is captured, the hollow is captured, everything is else is captured, but our mind does not go away from our brain. Our mind does not go away from our decision making. The groundness is not there. The emotional variation is not there. Okay, if you can probably just think for a second, from morning, how the second that you wake up till now, how many varied emotions that you have gone through. Okay, some are outspoken, some are transliminal, and some are subconscious. This model does not capture that. And years and years and years of research, that was not until this shape called oloid was found. Oloid was mathematical model. It is there since 1929. Okay, so the minute I started looking to fit oloid into the model, everything changes. Okay, we always talk about reality. We always talk about this. That's when now we are starting to talk about the experience. Okay, so let me go into this. This is the model that I have presented. So the dynamic cognitive field manifold, the DCFM, this is what I believe, and I have presented to the world, that this is how our fictitious mind looks like. Okay, and there is a perception layer, there is an emotion layer, there is a reward risk layer, there is a social layer, there is an execution layer, there is a everything is present, whatever is there. Okay, now why is this important? Okay, why should we bring lots of assumption and lots of this, and then why should we actually bring? The first thing is, let's say in the human AI era, one thing which you always complain is that machine cannot become a human.
Mm.
Why? The component of mind is missing.
Yes.
Okay. Let's say that this fits everything there.
Mm.
Okay. Then we have a brain. Now we have a mind. Okay. Look at the opportunities that it can open. Okay. So I don't want to waste time here. These are the fam, what was not possible, and the minute the oloid was updated. Now if you see in the right, everything is a tick. And I'm particularly happy when I say this, that now this can be applied to spirituality. Now this can be applied to therapy. Now it can be applied to manifestations. You can actually let's say, we in research community, we don't call it as patient or client, we call it as subject. Okay, let's say that like you are actually doing a energy healing reiki to a subject. Okay, you can take a mind map of that particular person, apply the reiki on that particular mind map, and you can actually plot the variation right now. So the objectivity of this particular thing opens up a global opportunity, a great opportunity, which was actually considered as a faith, which was considered as a placebo. Now we can start putting numbers to it. Now we can actually start throwing, saying that now coaches, trainers, leadership trainers, they don't have to worry about the outcome or reiterative process. Counselors, they don't have to worry about reiterative process. They don't have to keep asking them what you feel, how do you feel, how do you feel. Now I can actually start implicating to see what they are feeling it right now. This is the overall structure biology. This is why it is being done. Project Mesma is a quintessential emotional companion humanoid. Okay, it is the world's first neurovisceral model of a humanoid, which is currently under built. It is fully patented by us. Every single model is under our patent. Every single inventor is me or my company. Okay. So now earlier we have already created the brain, which is called as SNMDDR. In that, it's a neurovisceral model for dynamic decision readiness. And then now we have, brought the shape of the mind.
Mm.
And as I told you, I shared you a link also in. So we have now connected this two also.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes.
And this is the space called Shunya. And this is the place which actually opened up the entire activity.
Mm.
Okay. So this is my next book which is coming. It is coming in this week. I've dealt as much deep as possible, like what a shunya is and how it is, as much possible. I have given my opinion about it. So if you get a chance, please grab it. Okay. This is a very simple example. Okay. To tell this, uh, can I probably make you do a small half a minute or 1 minute exercise, Pailji, or
Yes, sure. Yes.
okay, just close your eyes. Just no, no. Before that, just see. One hand, keep it in your, navel point, and one
Okay.
hand, keep it in your heart. Okay. Now you, yeah, press a little so that you can feel it. Okay, and you close it and try to visualize a full black screen. Full black screen. You can probably make a hum noise if it is required, or if you are practiced in meditation, no need. If anything that is comes, no problem. Okay, just try to visualize a full black structure. I'll give you 15-20 seconds for it. Okay, slowly come out of it. Okay, now biology, let me ask you a question. Was it fully black?
No.
There was a color intervention.
Yes.
Okay, keep that aside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I'm going to tell a word called rainbow,
Okay.
what comes to your mind?
7 different colors.
Shape?
Round. Half moon.
Yeah, half moon. But we all know that rainbow is a circle,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
only the horizon is the one which is, making it see, for us to
Mm.
see only the first half. There is a
Um,
second half.
okay.
Rainbow is a circle, but how many of us know that?
No, I came
The
to know first
horizon.
time today.
Horizon is the one which is actually, restricting us to see the lower
Mm.
half. Now compare, now come back. You wanted to do a black.
Mm.
There was a color intervention.
Mm.
I don't want to ask what color it is, but there is a scale for it. Okay, the color
Mm.
intervention.
Yes.
If our body is fully rational,
Mm.
okay, always 1 plus 1 is equal to 2.
Mm.
We have already given the instruction to our brain that it should be black.
Mm.
Yes. So without even starting, before even starting, we gave a information to our brain that now it is going to be black.
Mm.
Why is the color intervention? That is the gray area that till today nobody is able to answer, or nobody is willing to go it. They will actually put this all into brain striations, one
Mm.
word, and which means that don't ask any more questions.
Mm. Okay.
Okay, There is mind or let's say you are dreaming right now.
Mm,
Okay. Dream is also like reality. It's not a single dimension. You
mm,
will have a main character, you will have a secondary line, there will be a parallax, everything will be there.
mm,
Okay. Because I'm a hypnotherapist, I know where it is sitting and I can actually
mm,
take that out anytime.
mm,
Okay. But what if that has an impact in your decision making? Till today, there is no place where we can actually measure that or do that. To make that experiment, what is needed, biology? To make that experiment, we need a shape. You understand? Just to say that this is right or wrong. If we keep on thinking that, like this is just a, plasma, this is just a space, nothing can be worked out. Okay, now come into the perspective of the visual master. When I say visual master, consider this as a video also or audio also. Okay,
mm,
we see a cheetah, and immediately within like this, a cheetah comes into. But what is happening inside that? Okay, so many memories are triggered, so many passion towards that is triggered, but something is triggering that don't go near this. Okay,
yes.
maybe it is stored in there, but what is being stored into the brain before what happened? What is the emotion which is being transferred there? No questions. You actually ask somebody, they will say that it's a striations and no questions to be asked later, because it is not scientific to for that level.
Mm,
Fear, we cannot measure. Emotion, we cannot measure. um People who are actually going to see this in future also, or go love at first sight, no explanation from brain.
mm,
Okay, all these explanation can be now taken up.
yes.
This is the logic that we are actually looking into it. The If we have a shape of a mind, if we have a prototype where mind experiments can be
Mm,
done, okay, we can even tweak a robo in a way that it can understand you, okay, or it can understand, it will become Payal's mind twin.
mm,
Okay. So it will know when you will cry, why you
mm,
will cry.
mm,
Okay. And what is the actual easiest way to bring you from that stress level to the other level.
mm, mm,
Okay. And because we already built the brain,
mm,
now doing the mind, we are so confident of this because now we already have the brain part, which is SNMDDR. So we have tested this part of mind to the brain for more than 1 million records. Okay, so we are very confident on the project what we actually started out. Okay, what is the impact? Why should we go crazy on this? Okay, Brenda ma'am just now before starting about she's told about sales, marketing, etc., etc.
yes. Yes.
You don't actually need a broadcasting system at all. Okay,
Mm,
you can go personalized one on one.
mm,
Okay, my campaigns can be delivered different for Payalji, different for Brenda ma'am, different for every single person. Okay,
mm,
you don't have to create n number of version to it. Who
mm,
can create it? This model can create it. And main thing which I will be the happiest person in the world if we can create that is, we can stop suicide. 100% I'm telling you. 100% I'm telling you, we can stop suicide. The minute that thought comes, my model will catch it 0.94 millisecond before that. Point 0.9, even before the brain gets it, my model will catch this 0.94 milliseconds. We have proved it, and we have submitted the model. It's a mathematical model. Okay,
mm,
so
mm,
it's not tested live. Okay,
mm,
but what if it is possible? Okay, I can stop a man becoming an animal. The point of you know you saw this, the hyper stressed model.
mm,
Okay, I can catch this. If a boy is actually a boy or anybody is trying to become animal, I can stop them there. Okay,
mm,
and what helped all these things? Why is it so progressive? AI helped us. you know Before, we cannot compute a lot of activities. But now we can create a model and I can ask AI to run this a million times and give me a, aberration report or, variation report. Look at the plus, you can, many people are leadership coaches, many people are sales and marketing coaches, everybody are, reinforced training. You just give a model and you take 300 people and you say everybody do this, do this, do this, do this. But inside, every one of us know that every single sales guy is a different guy, every single leader is a different leader. Okay, but our model, including mine before, our model is the
Mhm.
same model which we are giving it to everybody, and we say that adopt it, reinforce it, do
Mhm.
it again and again and again. Okay, this is how it will come in future, which is basically you will have your mind twin which will be 24 hours with you. It will detect all your mood swings, it will detect all your emotion points, it will actually if it is properly done, it will probably read your energy levels. Okay, which means that if you are sitting in a counseling position, if you are probably looking for a guided meditation, you can measure the energy level around you.
Mhm.
Okay. And mainly, every single person now can create their own mind twin in their own mobile phone. Okay. So you can actually, if you are really, really angry, if you're really, really stressed, you feel
Mhm.
that you cannot take a decision, you can start talking to your mind twin because it is exactly same pile. Okay. Before we were only capturing the outcomes. Now we are actually capturing the process. Okay. So these are the fields in which it can be used. Mindfulness, beautifully it can be used. That's where it started all because I'm a mindfulness trainer. Meditation, breath work, sound therapy, Reiki, trauma healing. You can focus on one specific habit and you can actually, work on the habit alone. Emotional regulation, spiritual growth. You can
Mhm.
start now measuring ego. Ego is a very generic term. Now you can start measuring ego. Okay. And every time, Payalji, I know you would have also used it many times. I have used it millions of times. We use this word called inner peace.
Yes.
What is inner peace? If somebody is going to come and say that, show me what is inner peace, we will be able to show them very soon. Okay, we will not only be able to show them, we will actually show exactly what is the state in which an inner peace arrives for that particular person. It is not generic. Okay, again, sales, marketing, branding, leadership, executive coaching, negotiation. Okay, what is the point of inflex? What is the point of break? What is the point of our own activity? This will also be used in products, UX, decision making, performance coaching, corporate culture. I don't know. This will open up a different viewpoint altogether. That's what I personally believe. Just like how astronauts in the moon, okay, astronauts, they actually see the earth rising. Okay, so from all these times we are looking at mind through the brain. Hopefully from now we will start looking at the brain through mind. So this is what you know the DCFM is all about. Okay. And we have actually created a working model also. I will share the final link with you so that you can give it to your subscribers. Okay. That will actually tell you while you're, it's a 36 questions. I'm sure you would have tried it. It will exactly tell you which are all the parts of your brain worked during that point in time. What kind of an archetype person you are, where you can aspire, are you a decision maker, where you, instead of telling, there are a lot of people who tell, okay, you can be a diplomat. If I ask you, okay, two questions, how and why? Okay,
Mhm.
the answer will not be metrics driven. Okay, now we can actually show them in a metrics driven that you can be a diplomat from here to here.
Mhm.
We were actually start looking at liking matching, matrimonials. Okay, we
Yes.
will be able to start. matching the mind. Okay. There is the opportunity is enormous. Okay. The opportunity is enormous. Okay. The point is that we are talking about the good side. The bad side is also there. Okay. So let's see only the good side. We have done enough guardrails that like the bad side is not occurring, but every time it comes we can manage it. Okay. So this actually goes back to our initial crazy idea of what a human mind's shape is. So
Mm.
there is no shape for a human mind, but for us to access our own mind, we have to throw away our logic and then work on the properties and behavioral aspects of how a mind works. Okay, and then derive a shape for it. Now we have a shape for it. This may not be exactly the same for me, this will be different for you, this will be different for so many. Maybe after 5 years they will come and say that no, 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 this shape is wrong, this is another shape. In research community we'll be very happy if somebody comes and says that like you are wrong, I have built a better version of it, because at least we were the steps for them to go to the better half. So this is where my point of the human mind shape stops, and from here the application starts. And one more thing, this is being patented for free for all use for every single person. So there is absolutely no restrictions of usage, irrespective of purpose or irrespective of actions. That's it.
Wow, it is so interesting, so intriguing, and it's an eye opener. I mean, uh, too much research has gone into this. And I would also request our audiences to please connect with Mr. Satish Sampath. He is on LinkedIn and his book is there. Satish, if you can put your link, your Shunya book link
Yeah.
here for our audiences, they can reach out and, they can buy for it. And I'll be speaking to my team. I don't think so, not even one session today, but we would have to have two or three master classes with you maybe in near future, and as our audiences demand. And I have another question for you, Satish.
Please.
As a human decision architect, what decisions are the best? So when we decide, do we respond with evidence? I'm talking about you. Do you respond with evidence or
No,
facts,
no,
logics,
no,
react with guts,
no.
and wellness? How do you
Uh, we
respond?
we 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 are one fully confused, complex animal. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
More we go towards the acceptance of that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We take decisions on that particular moment of it.
Okay.
Okay. There is no right or wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is a process which went into it, and our inner body decided this is the best outcome. Okay. We can retrospect and go back and say no, 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 this is right, this is wrong, or whatever it is, and there is absolutely no guarantee that we will not do it again. So the objectivization, or the multiple choice question of decisions are something which we should go away from. Is it a good decision or a bad decision? Payali, if you look at it, good or bad is actually viewed from the perspective of the observer.
Mm.
Good to me need not be good to you. uh, we have the same problem when it comes to we taking feedbacks, right? So the feedbacks are generally, that's a big star conditions apply, which is still there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Uh, as because as far as I know, you're a very spiritual person. I'm a very spiritual person. Like
Mm.
if we work ourselves instead of perfecting, if we work
Mm.
ourselves for accepting,
Mm.
I think the acceptance gives much more marginal application of our decision rather than introspection, or rather than perfection. In a way we should not go for perfection.
And Mamit, one of our audiences has said mood swings. So I believe human mind is developed in such a way, Satish. Sometimes the decisions also depends on our mood. If say I am a very extrovert person, I'm a people's person. I love to be in people full of hall. I would love to interact, communicate. I'm a good communicator. But at times, I have felt that even in the room of 100, 200 people, there is a moment where I feel, oh, it's too much. It's getting too much. I need my space. So I would love to, detach myself from that uh, full people full of hall and go into a small 2 by 2 or 4 by 4 room, have a book and a coffee for myself. So again, it is mood interpretation, but that doesn't mean that I am also an introvert. I might be an full and full extrovert or ambivert, but sometimes my mood fluctuates. So I might, go into my own cocoon. Is it true?
That's true, but the part you have to reverse it. Mind always fluctuates. Okay, there are points where the fluctuation doesn't come into your conscious level,
Hmm.
and there are points which breaks the transliminal level and comes to the conscious level.
Hmm.
So mind, that's why I said
Hmm.
uh, the introduction of oloid,
Hmm. Hmm.
okay, as a shape. If for your audience and for you, oloid is a shape which is like, think of a circle like this. Okay, let's say I can take, okay, this is, consider this as a circle. Okay,
Hmm.
now I have a circle this size.
Hmm.
Now I will have a circle this size. Okay.
Okay.
Now I am fitting this at 240 degrees. So which means that it is like this.
Hmm.
Okay. And it will always be grounded. There is no point that you can make this shape where it does not touch it. Let's say
Hmm.
if it is a square, if I move like this is not touching.
Hmm.
Okay. But in oloid, it always touches. The other point is you cannot make an oloid stand still. It cannot stand still.
Hmm.
You cannot make it stand. It will keep
Okay.
on going, keep on going, keep on going. And the variation is like this. Okay. That is the inclusion that we brought in and it changed the world. Okay. Mind is always in the survival mode. You know it, biology. Mind is always in the survival mode. It is fluctuating always. Okay. 85-90% we are able to control it at our transliminal level itself. Okay, but the things what you are talking about, the mood swing, it is not actually random. Those are the things which breaks your
Hmm.
control and comes out.
Hmm. Okay.
Even otherwise it is all managed. That is why the intuition actually works. Like you go for buying something but you suddenly buy something else and you come. Brain does not have a clear logic for intrinsic buying. Okay, I went for, let's say I went to service a mobile phone. Okay, it is a true story. I saw the Z Fold 7. I liked it. Okay, I bought it. You know what kind of response that I would have got that in my house that day. Okay, no logic. Absolutely no logic. This is the variation. It is always varying.
Got it. Thanks for making me understand this. And before I start with rapid fire questions, if any of our audiences would like to ask some questions or something to say to Satish, please unmute yourself. Yes, Amit, please go ahead.
Yeah, with all the customer experiences which we saw on the slides that you shared with us, I could not see about anything about enlightenment. Because when you say we are living a spiritual, a mind is always thinking, and if a person is a spiritual minded person, the main goal to achieve is enlightenment.
Yes.
So, were you able to work anything on that part as well for the customer experience?
Customer experience, no, but as enlightenment as a yardstick is different for different people. Okay. because most of the times the subject of this is me and my team. Okay, were we able to predict our the most happy and the stable mode? Forget about the happy, the stable highness level. That's what we probably call the enlightenment level, because enlightenment per se is almost like a self-actualization term. There is no definition of it. So we actually think that it is the high and it is a stable level. Okay. Uh, so that kind of a prediction is possible. We have a how to say, we have a schematics for that also, for my mind twin, which was under the trial, which was under the trial. I wouldn't call it as an enlightenment, because I don't know what enlightenment is, because like we all aspire for it, but I don't know who can come and tell me what an enlightenment is. If somebody can tell me what an enlightenment is, we can actually test it. Or the other way, Amit, you can probably in near future, maybe a couple of months time, you can create your own mind version of it through the project is called LED. So LED is ELIDI. It means that descendants of sun. So I believe that everybody who is actually formed in this earth have our own radiation, whether people accept it or not. A very good radiation we all have. So as far as Project LED is concerned, you can create your own mind twin, Amit, and then over a period of time, I'm not sure if it can happen immediately. Immediately you will probably get a 50% accuracy, 50-60% accuracy. But if you keep talking to your mind twin again and again and again and again, there will be a point where you can actually ask your own mind twin, saying that, if I want to aspire for enlightenment, what should I do, or what is my enlightenment? Probably you will actually get your own mind's answer for it.
Okay, got it. Because except for the books that we are reading on spirituality, it is only every time a person gives an example is about Buddha, or the person who has reached to the near goal after reading and understanding the books on spirituality.
Yes, you are absolutely right, Amaji. We have read that, somebody, Buddha attained in a enlightenment touch, but nobody said what is that.
Yes, because it's only that individual who has experienced it and he is trying to
Exactly.
explain. But every
Exactly.
brain is not ready to accept what he is trying to tell or convince the person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So there, that is also very, very interesting, na, Amiji. Like you want to do it, but your brain doesn't want to do it. Okay. So let's say that, the typical example is, the gym membership signing. Okay. If January 1st week, huge sign up. Okay. We want to do it, but we are not doing it. Okay.
Okay.
What level of decision is that? Okay, that may be a upper core decision, or probably a mid-level decision. Do we have to, did we have the mind's clearance or mind's go ahead for doing that? Okay, but at the same time, in our own life, Amitji, we would have taken some decision, and we would have, till this second, we would have followed it 100%. So there is this gym membership thing, and there is this side also. Okay. The difference being, probably, because I can only use a word called probably, because we can test our own, is that we have got the mind's concurrence also to it.
Okay. But that adds me to one more question. With artificial intelligence coming into the picture, and have you ever got a chance to discuss about this enlightenment and what is the say or the outcome from the AI?
No. The word called enlightenment, we have not. Okay.
Okay.
But when it comes to artificial intelligence, this particular entire project MESMA is fully deep into artificial intelligence. We are using up until the latest technology of Edge AI. So we are working, because the end of it is creation of digital twin, Satish. Like my version of humanoid is the objective through for which we are doing all these things. Okay, when I say my version, it's not Satish. Humanoid, which is the project MESMA, is quintessential emotional companion humanoid. Okay. The word called enlightenment is not used, Amit ji, but the superficial high is something which we have tested it, both from the upper angle and from the lower angle also. But
Okay.
is that the enlightenment? That we don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. Then in Hindi we always use the word मेरा दिल कहता है but दिमाग नहीं सुन रहा है. There is a
Perfect.
difference between the two. My mind is ready to accept it, but my heart does not believe. दिल और दिमाग के बीच की जद्दोजहद जो अपन बोलते हैं.
Absolutely. Now you can even prove it.
Thank you, Satish ji. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amit. Thank you, Amit, for asking beautiful questions. Uh, we have Balram Menon sir on. I'll come to you in a second, Balram sir.
Yeah.
But there is a message from one of our audiences, Mr. M.K. Sanskiri. He has requested your PPT, if you can
Sure.
share it.
Sure. I'll send it to you, Payal ji.
Yeah, okay. Yes, Mr. Balram, please go ahead.
Looking at the principles of Patanjali Yoga Sutra on Bhairanga Yoga and Antaranga Yoga, you can reach to the pure consciousness through the principles of asanas and pranayama.
Yes.
Pratyahara, withdrawal of the senses, and ultimately reaching to the pure consciousness, the dharana and dhyana.
Yes.
Meditation plays a very important part in yoga that I need not tell you much about it. So, looking at this concept of confusions which are created in the mind on the various thought process which are coming, the thought process goes on diminishing and
Yes.
concentration level increases as the practices goes on. This is my personal experience.
I fully concur that I have realized that, and I strongly believe in what you said.
Yeah.
And this can actually be this model is also built into the shape, Balramji. uh, more and more confusions, we have more and more trucks is like basically a small hole in the shape. Okay. The clarity is very basically in the leveler. Overconfidence, like something which is like, I will do it, or I can do it, is tough, which is like the upper count. Okay. When we do a lot, when we put ourselves through a lot of dhyana meditation and things like that, like we have actually seen the overconfidence also reduces, the introvertness also comes up, or the doubt also comes up. So we were able to actually show a planar object, which is a plain, simple, present moment awareness object.
Be in the present.
Yes.
Be in the present.
Yes. So we were able to show this mathematically. Okay. Now since the model is ready, now we will start putting it and showcasing it in. I do a lot of mindfulness workshops, so I will start showing this to my participants, and we'll start creating more and more proofs for it.
So we want additional lectures, additional inputs on PPT presentation and all.
Once the model is ready, I will give free of cost login for all of the Bloom subscribers.
Yes. While please remember.
Yes, yes, Balram. Thank you so much for asking questions. Thank you, Satish, for patiently, answering all the questions of our audiences. And I'll start with my rapid fire, but before that, I'll ask my co-host and a co-founder of Bloom, Abhijit Sansgiri, if you are there. If would you like to ask some questions to Satish?
So, Satish, I just missed some of your part, but I was just curious to know what is theta meditation, and you say a herbalist. What exactly does that mean?
That those are two different things. I hope like you are mixing those things. Okay.
No, no, no.
Theta
You said
meditation.
in your title those two words were there. So,
Yeah. Herbalist is again, we create herbal medicines. Like we
okay,
that's a qualification which is required for you to
fine, fine,
do
fine. That's
formulation.
that. So I'm curious then on theta meditation. Yeah.
Theta meditation is a school of thought where we believe that our inner sense can be brought out of our own, and we can actually see from our inner sense our outer sense. That's we call it as theta, where we believe that we have the capacity to heal ourselves. We have the capacity to go outside and then look at ourselves from a perspective of a third person.
Okay, fine. Sure. Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Abhijit sir. Now I'll quickly start with my rapid fire questions. Satish, are you ready?
Yes.
One word that defines the human mind.
Confusion.
Mind more chemical or more conscious?
Neither.
Are we thinking beings or emotional beings first?
We are not even a being. We are emotional animals. We are everything.
What shapes the mind more? Environment or biology?
Biology.
A stronger mind or a calmer mind? Which wins?
Both is temporary.
Is overthinking a weakness or a mismanaged strength?
It is only a state of mind. It is not a mistake. It is only a state of mind. It'll go away.
Can the mind truly be trained like a muscle?
I hope so. And we have seen a lot of people from the spiritual side. They have done it. And now it is for us to put a proper study to it. And then, we have to start teaching the next generation. I believe so. Yes.
What's more dangerous, fear or ignorance?
Nothing is dangerous. Both is beautiful. Fear stops you from doing, something stupid. Ignorance enables you to do something stupid.
Okay. So it's two sides of the same coin.
It is not even a coin. It's a spear. It is mix of everything.
Okay. Habit or intention, which controls us more?
Intense becomes a habit, and then habit actually controls us. But I think I would probably put it as, to make it a habit itself is a big task. So I will probably say intent. Habit is a
Do
big task.
do people change or do they just adapt their behavior?
Adapt the behavior. No change. We are not bad people. Okay. We only display our badness first as a shield for us, but then it actually becomes a continuity, just like how telling a lies. Okay. Our mind is a beautiful organ. Our mind, our inner sense is a beautiful organ. Every single person is a beautiful organ. We display different things based on what the observer actually sees or what the performer wants to show.
Is mindfulness a skill or a lifestyle?
It's a part of life. If you are minding it, then it is not mindfulness. Okay, it should be with you. Don't try
Silence,
it. Don't try it. Just be it.
just silence, healing or uncomfortable?
Beautiful. As much as possible. We also have if possible, we'll take it another time. It's called neurostill. Search and see. That's again another thing. As much you take yourself into silence.
Mhm.
When I say silence, like full silence, not only closing mouth, full silence, a different world emerges. It's a big power.
Can anyone achieve emotional stability?
If they achieve, then somebody is telling that I'm emotionally stable, then they are the perfect liars in the world.
What breaks first under pressure, logic or emotion?
We break. That's the only logic, and emotion is part of it. Like even when you are emotional, you will derive some stupid logic. Okay. And when you are logical also, you will become actually emotional. I can answer this. When you become too much sad, you will start laughing. Okay. When you become too much happy, you will start crying.
Fine. Yes.
That's who we are.
Control the mind or understand it, which is better?
Understand it, cherish it, like it, live with it. I don't know, I can go on.
Fast decisions or right decisions?
The minute decision comes, irrespective of what it comes, accept it. Okay. Sometimes you have to react fast. Okay. And sometimes, if it is possible, go to Shunya and then come back with a decision.
Intuition versus data. What do you trust more?
In today's context, data. Okay. In today's context, because like people like us, people everywhere, we are now creating all these things. What if I create a campaign out of all these things to straight go into a mind and do all these things? Okay. Don't believe in your intuitions. Go to data, because now after AI, everybody is now taking emotion and playing with your free will.
Hmm.
So now go back to data.
Can stress ever be productive?
Always be productive, biology. I believe that there are two stress. I think you will know. One is de-stress and eustress. Eustress actually helps you, and de-stress is one which actually boils down. But there is a study which says that de-stress actually becomes the fundamental of eustress of the future.
Mhm.
If you don't have the bad stress, then your maturity level of the eustress actually comes down very, very less. So stress by itself is a word which is probably created for selling therapy. I should not say this, but yeah, it is part of us. Accept it.
One habit that destroys decision making.
Planning to take right decision, don't plan it.
Peak performance comes from discipline or mindset.
Mindset. Absolutely mindset.
Is mental health awareness enough today?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That too, should I probably corner India? I can. I'm a citizen. In India, I don't know how to say. I don't know how to start. Like we always, when we talk about mental health, we immediately think somebody is like totally a brain. When we talk about mental well-being, we see, this is only like how many points that I will get if I come to this conference, or um, is it free of cost? The more thing is, like, okay, if I come there, what will I get? For us, currently we are actually putting more and more importance in our outer body, and lot of engagements are happening. You are there, I know that you're working that space, but other countries are moving faster. I don't know if I can make a comment like that, but we are not.
Biggest mental crisis of this generation.
Trying to be cool.
One belief about the mind you changed over time.
I can influence mind.
What does a healthy mind look like to you?
Nothing. It should not even make us feel its presence.
One daily practice everyone should adopt.
Nothing like that. Be yourself. Okay, as much as possible, like go out, see nature, make mistakes, and talk to people. There is no hard and fast rule for any of this, because mind is like a computer. It needs all information, plus minus, all colors, and this, like, do not say that I am, let's say I'm a mathematician, so I will not work on physics, I will not work on this. um, you started this saying that from MBA marketing to where, you know, I've not told you what are all the other things that I'm a crazy childlike curiosity guy. Okay. And I don't expect perfections. Okay. Keep doing it. Sometimes I want to this, like I heard it from one CEO of a very big MNC. Okay, one of the project related to MESMA, I was so stressed. These things are costly, piles. These things are really costly. Okay, sometimes we break down. Okay, oh, I'm an emotional guy, so I break down a lot of times. That guy actually said, Satish, you may fail, but don't lose the greatest opportunity of that failure. Okay, even an opportunity of a failure should also be realized. Okay. And he is actually managing almost $1 trillion worth of balance sheet of company. And he says that, how many times I fail every day?
Mm.
No, I don't want to miss the opportunity. A great failure teaches much more than so many success.
Your go-to reset method when overwhelmed.
Sleep. Happy, go to sleep. Sad, go to
Go
sleep.
to sleep.
Stress, go to sleep. Like too much, good things happening today, go
Go
early to
to
sleep.
sleep. Okay.
Sleep, sleep, sleep.
So my last rapid fire question to you, here it goes. Shape of the human mind, fixed, fluid, or limitless?
Fluid, fully fluid. Fluid means limitless. Okay, so option 2 and 3 are same. Fluid and limitless are same, but it is fluid and it will be fluid. So which means that um, that's why like your problem of today will never exist tomorrow. It is also for your state of mind. Okay, uh, as much as possible, if you are trying for stability of presence, you can achieve it. But if you are uh, uh, Amitji asked for enlightenment. Enlightenment, probably I can, after this question, I can take that stability of highness is also, can be taken as enlightenment here. But it is fluid, beautifully fluid.
Thank you
And that
so
is why
much.
we see the shape as infinite in
Yes,
your
Yes.
PPTs that we saw.
that shape is called oloid.
Okay.
OLOID. If you there is a small toy, if possible, please buy it. I think it's around 2,000, 3,000 rupees only, not costly, but it's a cute little desktop toy. It's called Oloid desk toy. If you keep it, you cannot keep it in one place. It will just go round, 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 round. You cannot stop it. But at the same time, it will be grounded.
Mhm.
Okay.
So we have a message from our audience, Mr. N.K. Sansgiri. He's asking, subject requires personal experience. So please guide where to start from.
Uh, Okay, easy way to map is the personality level mapping is available. I will answer this technically one, and I
Mhm.
will also answer this a more like a transformation aspect one. Technically, if you want to ask, there are more lot of Enneagram apps where you can actually find out the personality of it. That's where the brain mapping actually happens, and where the subject can actually start when it comes to mind mapping. I will share the link for Project LED. Okay, it's very simple. Uh, it will actually start throwing few questions. It is a very basic prototype right now, but we are creating in a way that you can ask LED to start asking questions to you as per the day which is happening to you, and that's the way that you can actually start. Number one, when as far as you want to train your mind or understand your mind spiritually, um, mindfulness. I don't know if I have to promote mindfulness here, but I think mindfulness is a beautiful way you can actually start looking at it, because decluttering happens very fast in mindfulness.
I hope you received your answer, Mr. Sansgiri. With this, we wrap up with our 292 talk show. Satish, it was an honor to have you on the Bloom
My
Talk
pleasure.
Show.
My
Thank you
pleasure.
for your valuable time. Thank you, dear audiences, for staying with us over 75 minutes. And we wrap up with a thank you and gratitude. God bless us all.
Payalji, I just wanted I had a suggestion to make. Like this last session that we had about oneness, and
Yes,
here the next session is about mindfulness. If we
yes.
can bring both the speakers at one stage and have a debate between the two of them
Yeah.
in future, maybe.
Amiji, I respond. I was part of that and I responded also. Oneness is the target and mindfulness is the practice for it. I I
Okay.
I gave that in the chat also. Oneness is what we all trying to achieve. Okay, we all trying to achieve the anonymity, and then how to say, being matched, camouflaging with the environment is what we all trying to. There are various methods to go into it. Balramji nicely explained his way of thought also. Mindfulness is just one of the other way to reach that. Oneness is the target and mindfulness is the one of the way to achieve it.
Oh, it's the path to
Yes,
oneness.
it's
We
a
can
tool,
say
one
that.
of the tools to achieve it. Yes.
And that brings me to say that looking at the shunya or the zero, and if you are the initiator for this mindfulness, I can say that you are the Aryabhat for the mindfulness over here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
I'm not Arya, but not able to link it. But
you.
yeah, thank you, thank you,
Yeah,
Thank you.
it correlates to that. That is what brought me to say that, thinking in those terms.
thank you so much, Amit. Yes,
Thank
very
you so
nice,
much, Amit.
very grateful.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Satish.
Thank you so much.